drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Red iron with the gang now. They're hearing with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal. Spin move in zone. Off the sideline, a touchdown. I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move in zone. Off the sideline, a touchdown. I put on a show.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by Sean Bunning.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The Bills send the punter out. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
On the carry.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move him off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Brady's throw there complete. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
No, 66. Let's get off the field, D. Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46. Cover.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. From the 2, here's first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on first and goal.
His pass caught at the 4. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead.
Makes the score.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
For Tampa Bay.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
The tackle.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
At their own.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
That catch good for only a couple. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He'll find Miller. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On first down, Brady. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. 12 yards there and a first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Now Brady again. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete.
Brady's pass Complete.
5 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he finds Howard complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Buccaneers 7, Bills 0.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check 59. Mike is real. 59.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Kick is good.
And his kick is good.
The score, Buccaneers 14, Bills 0.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. Here's Allen. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to go deep. This is up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Shotgun now for Brady. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From midfield, here's Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Allen's throw is complete, and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
14,
Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Bills cut into that lead.
The kick is good.
That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
And 4 at the 31-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
49-yard line.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Taron Johnson made the stop.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Allen to throw once more. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. And again, it's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. CD, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Buccaneers 21, Bills 14. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go 4 verticals because why not? Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead. And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. You'll get touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
The kick is,
and we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone. Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game. Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there. Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Well, that throw by Brady, incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
A handoff to Fournette. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Allen. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
Cole Beasley.
A very solid gain of 27.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Now left side on the swing pass. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Allen off the play fake. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open. True. So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Brady going to sling this out wide to Godwin. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Back at his 48-yard line.
On 2nd and 12. Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Throwing again. Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Sean Bunting on the tackle.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He'll let it go deep for Foster. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. And now here is another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Good.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
41-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
10 yards.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game.
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, 30, past the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he'll get that to Fournette complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically, 2nd and 7. On play action, now Brady eluding the pressure right. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
52. Bills.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing again on second down. Allen dancing to his left. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Come on, bring it, baby,
and
bring it.
Off to the races, down the right side. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's third down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Allen going to go on fourth down. And he's able to find Diggs. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
And the Bills.
Now Allen again. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on second and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. The Bills on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Buccaneers' defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it.
And now look at him go. The 30, 10. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And Brady's throw there incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
59 Mike, 59 Mike, check. What's going on? No, 66. We taking wins home. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Here we go.
Brady gonna throw here. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one, and a 1st down. He completes this into the hands of Miller.
If you were
And
me,
they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Finding Knox there, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Throwing on first down is Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Allen's pass intercepted.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Going up top for Miller. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Bills